Well, we traded Coby White for a pack of Anyway, the Chicago Bulls have officially traded Coby White. We're going to try to make sense of this move and more right on today's Locked On Bulls.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily Chicago Bulls podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Bulls, member of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every single day. That's Pat, the designer, host and creator of the Windy City Breeze, and host of the Chicago Bears podcast over ESPN 1000. I'm Hayes, host and creator of Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Bears Central YouTube pages and podcasts. No title sponsor today. Pat, Coby White's gone, bro. Coby White's gone for Collin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, and 3 second-round picks. The Charlotte Hornets just acquired Ousmane Dieng like right before this trade happened. So it's basically going to end up working itself out to be a multi, probably like a 4-team trade when it's all said and done and finalized. But yeah, Pat, how you feeling?
On the surface, I don't like it. But I do have to assume that there's more coming, or that this was the best you were going to get. Right? Like, I know we value Coby White higher than maybe most because he's in our city. The NBA didn't. The NBA told you, we're not giving you a first-round pick for Coby White. So you get 3 second round picks. You get Collin Sexton. You get whatever Dieng. It's not even the Dieng I thought it was. And maybe that's the best situation that you're going to be in. Like, I don't understand it. I don't like the trade. Here's the one caveat that I can give, and it's what I talked about over on the Breeze earlier. Is there a world where the Bulls are big fish hunting based on how the NBA has been? We can't say there's logic to it. AD just went for more than Luka. Desmond Bane went for more than anybody. There is no logic to trades
more than Luka.
Bro, there is no logic to trades in the NBA anymore.
Yeah.
And the first trade I thought about when I saw this, when I saw the 3 second-round picks come back, I think the Bulls had already acquired 2 more second-round picks via the trade deadline. So I think we're up to 5 with this. Kevin Durant and Clint Capella were traded to the Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the 10th overall pick, 31st overall pick, 41st overall pick, Daquan Plowden, and the second-round pick. Nets got a second-round pick. A second-round pick went to the Warriors. A second-round pick, or 2 second-round picks went to the Warriors. 2 second-round picks went to the Lakers. 3 second-round picks went to the Hawks and David Roddy. Went to the Timberwolves and cash considerations. We know the Bulls love cash considerations. And then David Roddy and a second-round pick went to the Hawks. Maybe the Bulls are big fish hunting in a way that isn't the norm, but that we have seen happen in the NBA before. Like, it's the only thing I can think.
Expiring contracts and second-round picks is the path. Who's the big fish left at this point, Pat? We're getting Cat, we're getting Carl Anthony. Like, that would be the ultimate trade deadline troll for Pat the designers if we trade for Carl. Well, me too, because I hate him too. But like,
I mean, listen, I wouldn't like it. You know what I mean? If it was Karl Anthony Towns, I would say maybe there's other big men that the Bulls value out there that you can get. I don't know. This doesn't have the logic where it's like, I know exactly what the Bulls are doing. We know one thing. They're trying to build around Josh Giddey. Maybe they're saying, hey, we're going to be bad the rest of this year. I feel like it's a really weird time for you to do that. But maybe they are saying we're going to be bad the rest of this year and try and get a higher pick. I don't know.
We'll talk about it more in the next segment. But the only team that's close to passing up the Bulls for that final playing spot is the Charlotte Hornets, who we just traded Coby White to.
Yeah. It's the only thing that I could think maybe the Bulls are looking to do while still competing. That, or you're just hoping to get a higher pick in this draft, and maybe you're going to go find your big man that way. It doesn't make sense. You got too many guards on the team. You got to let a bunch of these dudes go. I hope none of them ever play together. Like, that's kind of what this is, right? Like, I don't want to see this. We've got 9 guards on the team.
Josh Giddey's now a starting center, Pat.
Josh Giddey might be our starting center, bro. Is this legit, Boggy? What you got? The Clippers, Brooklyn Nets, and Raptors have agreed on a multi-team trade, sending Chris Paul to the Raptors.
Oh yeah,
I was
gonna tell you that.
okay. I don't care about that.
Legit.
I thought that had something to do with the Bulls. No. Bottom line, I can't sit here and say you got great value back for Coby White, but maybe there just wasn't great value around the league for Coby White.
Possibly. When you look at it, it's this way, right? Like this could be another situation where you say AK waited too long, because reportedly there were teams calling Coby, and the Bulls turned those trades down last year, right? So maybe this is another situation where they waited a year too long to move Coby. I think that's something we're also seeing around the NBA. Expiring contracts can be used as like salary dump, but it's no longer where you're like, oh, you're about to get this protected first round pick back for this expiring anymore, because teams are just looking at it and saying, listen, we'll deal with it with the cap space in the offseason.
Yeah.
So maybe it's that part of it.
Listen, there's not a lot of good that I would say is coming back for this trade as far as a player. Collin Sexton is an often injured player, and so he's not a player that you really want on your team long term. Is he somebody you could flip for money? Maybe. Is he somebody that you could move on from? I don't know. What's his contract? I guess he could be a buyout candidate.
No, he's expiring at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Technically you can buy him out because he is expiring at the end. He expires at the end of the year. So, and most of the contracts already been paid up to this point. I think I read by the trade deadline, like 2/3 of players' contracts have been paid already. So you can buy him out for the portion that's left.
Yeah. So maybe that's a situation that the Bulls are in, just taking back a player to move on from Coby White and get guys out of the way. I don't know. It's not a good trade. But the hope is that, just like the hope was yesterday, the hope hasn't changed. You got to go find a big. And if you couldn't get a big for Coby White, you got to get the best value you can. That's always the part that we don't know, right, in the offseason. That's always the part that we can't see is, okay, well, what did the NBA actually view as value for Coby White? Although, I mean, pretty much everyone told us, they said nobody was offering a first-round pick for Coby White. In fact, realistically, you got better value for Coby White than what they were reporting. They said really only teams were offering 2. You got 3. You got Collin Sexton.
Yeah.
It's nasty work, but it definitely feels like the Bulls are saying, hey, we're putting all our eggs in the Josh Giddey basket.
Oh, the eggs are definitely all in the Josh Giddey basket. But at this point, too, it's like, all right, so either the Bulls feel very confident about what they can do this offseason, meaning between the draft, trades, free agency, they feel very confident in a mix between of what they got in Jaden Ivey, Anthony Simons, whatever, and a mix between what they can do, in the draft and stuff. And if it hits, it hits. Like the Bulls at this point now, and the same thing continues to be true. The Bulls have still not ruined any of their long-term cap flexibility. So Everything we've been talking about all season long, the $122 million in cap space this offseason is still there. All the draft picks, the potential 2 first-round picks, still there. Second-round picks, all still there. So, they haven't really changed anything. Like, let me say this, Pat. If the Bulls were going to let Coby White walk in the offseason anyway, they got great value for somebody they were going to let walk anyway.
That's the
best way to look at it. They got a young player in Ousmane Deng who I don't think is that good. He's 4 years in the league. I get it. He's only 22 years old. But
he bad. It's okay. He bad.
Wasn't able to crack the rotation. Another Patrick Williams. And they got 3 second-round picks and an expiring contract for a player that they may have let walk away anyway.
Yeah. Listen, it's a weird trade. It's one that this feels like a Ryan Poles type trade, right? Where how Ryan Poles is always like, yo, I'm gonna do what's right by the player. I'm gonna help the player out. And
that is very much so. Yeah.
Feels like hey, Coby, you want to go home? We got you. We'll get you there.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I can see from it. Like, there is no deep breakdown. There is no in-depth breakdown. There is no, I love this move. I can see this working out for the Bulls. And I don't know what it is. You gave up Coby for nothing. And maybe it is just the conversation that you were having, dog, where it's like you waited too long.
Yeah.
It's not like we haven't seen that before.
Oh, by the way, technically they created another $8 million trade exception in this as well, by the way. That's part that hasn't been reported. So now we have a $17 million trade exception, an $8 million trade exception, and a $2.9 million trade exception. So
show me what you're doing. That's bottom line. Like at this point, like, because here's the thing, none of these trades are probably going to make any sense.
No.
The Simons trade and the Ivy trade don't make sense if you hold on to Io and Sexton. Like they're just, you made moves. Like I don't want to confuse activity with accomplishment. Like nothing makes sense unless you find a way to bring back a big. Nothing makes sense unless you find a way to get somebody that can play off of Josh Giddey and be a really good pick and roll type of center that can defend the paint, block shots, give you a defensive anchor, and help you maybe have some upside offensively. None of it makes sense. So you got to get you got all the pre-steps, but can you get the big step that actually makes sense? That's what good GMs do.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is, bro.
The amount of people in the chat just typing, no, Cat, no, please, God, no, Cat, not Cat, no, please, oh, God.
But with that said, man, we're going to talk about the Bulls and what this means for the Bulls. Are the Bulls now officially tanking the rest of the season? We'll talk about that right after this.
I wasn't ready. Still ain't got that there.
Before we get, you got the right one up? Is that Indeed? No, it's
Nope.
Indeed, bro. Before we get into that, we got to get to the message from one of our sponsors. That is Indeed. Hiring isn't just about finding someone willing to take the job. It's about finding the right person with the right background who can actually help your business move forward. And if you want candidates who match what you're looking for, Indeed Sponsored Jobs is the move. Because instead of hoping the right person stumbles across your post, Indeed helps you match with quality candidates by boosting your job listing to people who fit your specific criteria like skills, certifications, and location. If I were hiring, I wouldn't just want someone who can help. I want someone with real experience who can jump right in. It saves time because you're spending less energy sorting through mismatches. And with the sponsored jobs, your post gets seen by candidates who are actually fit. And here's the stat that says it all. In the minute I've been talking to you, companies like yours made 27 hires on Indeed, according to the Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching and more time interviewing candidates who check all the boxes with Indeed sponsored jobs. Listeners of the show will get $75 sponsored job credit to help your job get the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring, do it the right way with Indeed. Also got to talk to you guys about TurboTax. And did Pat step away? Pat's all right. Tax season doesn't have to take over your life. This year, TurboTax is making it easier than ever to just hand things off and move on with your day. With TurboTax full service, you can have your taxes done for you by a trusted local expert, start to finish, without the stress or guesswork. Instead of spending hours trying to figure out forms, you can meet with a local TurboTax expert in person or connect online. You can upload your documents, go about your day, and get updates right in the TurboTax app. It's a huge time saver and gives real peace of mind knowing an expert is handling it. For a limited time, you can have your taxes done by a local TurboTax expert for just $150 all in. If a TurboTax expert didn't file for you last year, just file by February 28th. Take taxes off your plate and get back to your life. Visit TurboTax.com/local to book your appointment today. More Locked On Bulls coming up next. Almost said Locked On NBA there, man.
I know.
So many shows, bro. So many shows, bro. I'm already, just today, I'm 8 shows into the day. It's 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Welcome.
Full-time creative life is a mother. But Pat, are the Bulls tanking the rest of the season? Or do you have to see, for what we know now, we can always say what if another move comes, but what's your feeling right now on this team and what the goal is for the rest of the way this season?
You don't have a team right now. You got a collection of bodies.
Bro, so Archangel left a comment. She was like, are things looking up after the trade? Yeah, because we're the shortest team in the league now with all these guards.
Everybody looking up.
That is a goated comment, man. That's a goated comment.
Bro, I don't know if they're tanking or not. I couldn't tell you whether they're trying to. It's not what AK's ever done before. We never seen him try to tank. I don't expect him to do that now. But I can't evaluate what the team is because this ain't a team.
Mm-hmm.
You are a group of point guards and draft picks. I've never seen an NBA team win that way, so I don't know whether you're tanking or not.
When you take on a basketball game, you don't say, how many picks you got? We got more. That's 5 extra points right there.
And you start off with 6 points. Like, I know people are looking at this and going, oh, well, the Bulls got to be tanking. I don't think they are. I think they're trying to make other moves. I think AK is still on the phone right now, muppeting it up. Like, how many more guards can we get? That's what he's calling them. Like, if we have two guards stand on each other's shoulders, what do we do?
Here's the question I want to ask you, Pat. If this is a major retooling, because I don't think you can call it full rebuild, because I think Modest isn't going anywhere. Josh is definitely not going anywhere. Trey Jones may not go anywhere. We still may have too many pieces left to call it a full rebuild. But if this is another major retooling, which we've done over the last couple of years to get to this point, this roster was totally different than what it was 2 years ago. Does Billy Donovan stick around for that? Is this maybe a sign that it's like, maybe we're finally going to move on from Billy? Maybe we're going to clear the whole deck, get a whole new situation going on.
Well, here's the thing. I think we can say it is that. This is a retool. There's going to be no one left that was a part of this team. The only one who I think is a part of the.
By the way, Patrick Williams is now officially the longest tenured Bull.
That's what I was about to say. Like, P. Will is the only guy maybe left that you can really talk about. But I would assume that you're now trying to move pieces. You're now trying to move at least two of these point guards, or I guess if you want to call them shooting guards, for some kind of center, some kind of big man, like something, or draft capital for your future, something. And maybe you're just like, hey, we'll play small ball until we get back. P. Will ain't going nowhere. Nobody wants him. Like, I think that's the part for this where
she said, you know what, I'm good, actually.
Even his mom don't want him done.
Yeah, she's like, I'm good, actually. He's your problem now, not mine.
Sorry, AK. He's all yours, buddy. No, like, I can't tell you whether this team is tanking because I don't know what AK's plan is. And I know, and we hear the reports, right? Like, they've talked about they love the upside of not Anthony Simons. They love the upside that Jaden Ivey could bring to this team. Maybe if he's able to come back and be that guy, I would love it. But I don't know if I trust it. I'd rather keep Anthony Simons, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you keep both. And if Jaden Ivey does return to form, because it's not going to happen this season. If he returns to form next season, you can look to move one of them. Maybe. And
you're also in a situation that the Pistons just weren't in, right? The Pistons weren't in a spot where they can wait for him to get himself back.
Exactly. They're trying.
The Pistons are in we got to win right now, because there's a lot of these mugs is going to get paid a lot of money. The Pistons are in a spot where they're like, we got to do this right now, win with this team, find a way, because when these aprons start hitting, when you got to pay all these mugs to stick around, it might get ugly out here. Like, I think that you're taking advantage of a situation where you're the team that can bottom out, can let Jaden Ivey get healthy, can let Jaden Ivey figure some things out, and you liked the upside that he had when Cade Cunningham wasn't on the floor. Now, my biggest question with that is that's not the guy that you're going to get if you've got him on the floor with Josh Giddey. Do you view him as a great off-ball guy? Does he develop more as an off-ball player standing next to Giddey? Is he a starting lineup type of player? If you're trying to move Ayo DeSumo right now, I don't know if he is.
Yeah.
He might be somebody you're bringing in off the bench, so I don't know.
I have no idea what this team's doing, Pat. None. I have no idea, bro. Like, they're like, throughout the years, me and you've been able to make pretty good sense about some of the things that have been more questionable about this team. At this point, I don't effing know, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have no effing idea, bro. None. We could, because the next move could change everything, right? Let's say the Bulls do make a big swing and it's Nick Claxton, a swing, and it's Nick Claxton, Yves Messi. What if they do? What if they do the thing now where they get Ben Mathurin and Yves Messi, which make sense. Okay, I think that would add a little bit more clarity, at least for the rest of this year. But it's still so much up in air. But I have no idea what we're doing right now, bro.
Yeah. And I think that's the problem. That's the bottom line of it all. That's the part that you got to look at right now with the Bulls is none of this makes sense if there's not a big move coming. None of this. And I'll be honest with you, like at this point, is Yves Messi even the move, right? Is Ben Mathurin the move? Because if you're talking about trading Ayo DeSumo for Ben Mathurin, you're trading a better player for a worse one. Like, say what you want about upside. Ben Mathurin has had a ton of opportunity to be on the floor. He has played a ton of minutes this season. He's not
I
Ayo.
mean, technically, and Rick Carlisle said it at the start before the season even started. He said, Ben's going to get out. We're going to really see how good Ben is now because he's going to get every opportunity. They were going to run the offense through Ben Mathurin. That lasted about 15 games before they were like,
he's not better than Ayo. He's not better than Ayo. He's not. If you trade Ayo DeSumo for Ben Mathurin, you got a worse player. If you trade Ayo DeSumo for Yves Messi, you got a worse player. Like you're downgrading your value, and now Ayo can bring a first round pick back. We've heard that from multiple reports. Came out
as well. The Bulls are looking to flip Collin Sexton, so there you go on that one.
Yeah, I knew that.
I'm just letting you know it came out officially.
Yeah. If the Bulls were trying to keep Collin Sexton, I'd go. We'd have to take a drive to the West Side and punch AK in the face. we'd have to treat him like a trollop at Target. You know what I mean?
Zion Williamson and porn stars.
Bro, isn't that like, remember like 3? You've had that on your soundboard for like 3 years, bro.
I think that's the first sound I put on my soundboard when I got the soundboard. So probably, bro. Hey, man, we got to talk about our more moves coming. I mean, we've been talking about it this entire time. Take a quick break to listen to a word from our sponsors, though. It's the last call on football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff, the final chance for you to get in on the action before the NFL season officially comes to a close. The Super Bowl, this is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're right in the middle of it with a special offer just in time for the biggest game of the year. Whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same game parlay, this is the game everyone's been waiting for. This is where the predictions turn into plays, stats turn into storylines, and every snap feels bigger. It's the perfect way to cap off the season and make the Super Bowl even more exciting from kickoff to the final whistle. It's a new customer. If you're a new customer, bet just $5 to get $200 back in bonus bets if your bet wins. Make it count, because after the Super Bowl, the season is over. Last call for football on FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. More Locked On Bulls coming up next.
All right, Pat. The question that everybody's asking, more moves still coming, or are we done?
It better be.
What if we're done, though, Pat? We're done, bro. We're done. We're going to wait on the buyout market. I'll tell you, Josh Giddey's going to be the starting center the rest of the way. Yuki Moore is going to be the starting point guard. We have the best passing team in the league. The problem is we're just going to be passing the ball around. Nobody's going to take any shots. This is going to be the best. We're the Harlem Globetrotters the rest of the way, Pat.
All right. Yeah, you better have more moves coming. Otherwise, nothing makes sense. What'd you get second round picks for? What are you just shooting as many of the shots?
Do you know how much cash consider? Jerry Reinsdorf is smiling right now. You know how much cash we're going to be getting for these second round picks, Pat? I'm joking.
At this point, like, well, my fear is that he's like, get as many second round picks as possible. I'm gonna find another Jokic. Get Taco Bell on the phone.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna get us a Jokic, bro.
We're gonna get us a Jokic. Get Taco Bell on the phone.
4 of them.
I need a Nacho Bell Grande on the screen when this player is getting drafted. We gonna figure out how to get it done. Like, I have no idea, bro. It's funny because years ago, bro, when we were covering the Bulls much heavier on the Breeze because they were worth covering, Pete Kidd was talking about what the Bulls really had at every turn. It's like, bro, everywhere I look, everywhere in the building that I look, guards, just guards, whatever, no matter what. And somehow we've gotten more guards. Listen, I get this podcast probably is not the best for listening purposes because there's a lot of confusion on what the team could be doing. This is it better be a step move. Because if it ain't, you effed up. And I don't want to see until you see this one.
Jerry McCain got more back than Coby White.
That don't surprise me. Jerry McCain showed that he could be a lead scorer on a winning team.
No, that was a losing team at that point. They had nobody. Everybody else was dead when he was doing that run.
I feel like they. Am I tripping? I thought they was winning during that.
No, bro, they were losing a lot during that stretch.
Jared McCain, bro? You want to talk about him and Cat, boy? That's a couple of festers right there. 20. It was only the best part is it was a 23 game stretch, bro. It was.
Oh man.
I had to look that up and see. Dang, they won a lot. Oh, he back. That's why. I'm sitting here. I'm like, dang, they won a lot in this 5 game stretch. They won every game, but he back this year. I forgot about that. Yeah, bro. I can't. I don't know. Like maybe it is just you. We have seen this before when teams just go F it. We got to turn the tide. We have to move on from this piece, and this is all we getting.
And that's what this feels like. Is they just like we got to move on from these guys.
Which I mean, listen, I talked about it earlier today. Realistically speaking, I believe the Bulls on the way to this offseason turned down 8 first-round picks.
Are you talking about over the years?
In totality, since AK has gotten here, right? Couple for Zach.
I mean, 3 of them was for Zach alone.
Oh, it might be 9.
Yeah, we got offered. It was 2 unprotected first and the first round.
That's right. So hold on, let me see if I can find this text. So these are the guys I said we had a first offer for Coby a couple years ago. Last year, one of them. First offer for Coby. We've had 2 offered for Io, 2 for Zach, 1 for Vooch, 1 for Caruso, 1 for Lonzo. But I guess you're right, 3 offered for Zach. That's 9 first round picks that we've turned down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of picks, bro. Sorry, 9 first round picks. You could have rebuilt your team twice.
Here we are.
So more, I say all that to say, more moves better be coming.
Yeah.
Because if they not, all right, AK, you're going to have to see us.
I guess we shall see, my boy. I guess we shall see. Anything left before we get up out of here, bro?
Nah, man. Follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls. You can follow me on everything at Pat the Designer. It don't make sense to me either.
You guys can follow me at CEO Hayes. I am still trying to make sense of all of this, and I'm give up. I'm done. I'm done, man. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Locked On Bulls.
We were so excited yesterday. We were like, "What are they gonna do? We got it. Here it comes." And I was just like, "Huh?
More guards, bro."
Guard!
I couldn't fathom that we'd be getting more guards, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When it said Collin Sexton, I just started laughing. I was like, "It's no way, bro."
Bro, when I saw it was Collin Sexton, I'm like, this got to be the fake Shams Twitter, bro.
Shim's Sharania.
I was like, man.
Hey, by the way, Shams has sucked.
Locked On Bulls is free and available on every podcasting app and platform of your choice, as well as YouTube, the Odyssey app, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Fubo TV, basically anywhere you want us. You can get it. Not tomorrow morning, though. You
probably, bro. We gonna be back.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Archangel, our motto: more and shorter.
More and shorter.
That's hilarious, bro.